Question number 6. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? In 5 years, I see myself as an industry expert where others can come to me for ideas, advice and strategies, potentially taking on a management role. In my previous jobs, I've had amazing managers that guided me, so this is something I aim to achieve. I would also like to have the opportunity to lead a team and lead a project I'm passionate about. For instance, while working as a consultant, I had the chance to coordinate an important project for the company, where I improved my project management skills and problem solving skills, which is something I'd like to develop further. I would also love to expand my knowledge through training and educational opportunities that support my job and continue improving my customer service skills that allow me to provide clients with excellent service. So this is a really common question. A few things to think about. Will you have trained for a qualification? Will there be a particular project or division that you'd like to be a part of? Where would you be in that company's hierarchy structure? Generally, you'd be a manager, running a team, a project or a series of projects, and also what's some other cool things that you'd like to do. Question 7. Tell me about a time you led a team. Situation. In 2017, I was the leader for an entire region working at a multinational company. Task. I managed several teams. I was responsible for leading the entire Western India team, which includes 22 franchise partners in that region. Everyone was dealing with different issues and requirements at different phases of their businesses. My role was to assist them in growing and staying in business. Action. One situation which was very different and has stayed with me is that one of the franchises was not getting enough sales for a long time. He believed that both he and our brand had a great reputation. Customers should come to him without needing to do any type of marketing activity. I convinced him to change his mindset by making him understand that he needed to create a pipeline. He should put 10% of his time into marketing over the next month. I convinced him to hand out leaflets and then get another member of staff to do online marketing, and getting him out to institutions and also putting an advert out in the local newspaper. As a result, I managed to keep the region at the top of the quarterly sales leaderboard for 2 quarters and made it one of the most profitable regions in the country by nearly doubling their growth. So talking about leading a team is really, what's the problem? What do you have to solve? How do you manage your resources? How do you make sure that you stay on time as you're managing your resources? And how do you resolve your conflicts as you get towards that? So it could be someone not outputting the work, someone not doing the work in the right way. A lot of time leaders have to teach and show people. And also, most importantly, leading by example. So not just saying, well, you do this while I sit over here. It's like, well, I'm doing this, let me show you how to do it as well. Question number 8. Describe a time where you motivated people. Situation. A time when I have influenced or motivated people was when I used to volunteer for a local organisation in 2016 in India. I was part of a 3-month campaign to eradicate child labour in local factories. We were divided into groups and I was made the leader of my group. It was my responsibility to manage my group as we went door to door, collecting donations and trying to reach the organisation's target of at least 1 sign-up a day. To get someone to even open up the door was a big task, and then to make them listen to us and donate was difficult. We created many innovative ways to influence people to talk to us and donate. Firstly, convincing the gatekeeper of various residential buildings that we were not frauds and we're here for a good cause. After influencing them, you get a chance to influence a customer. One volunteer normally pitches 300 to 500 people a day. There are 3 things that you can influence or motivate an individual to do. 1 is to donate money. 2nd is to show somebody who can donate, or 3rd, they can become a volunteer. What I found is that I also need to influence my team to stay motivated and on task as they were struggling to sell. I suggested different funny ways to sell to customers, like offering a bag of sweets, an honourable mention to the team, or telling jokes at the door. As a result, my team sold the most for the organisation for our innovative ways of selling. So how do we motivate people? It's really about understanding what they want. What is the incentive that drives them? It could just be entertaining them. Like this guy did here in his example. It's a really difficult job, right? You're going from door to door and you're trying to sell something which is probably one of the hardest sales jobs that you can do. I should know that I've done it before. So it's just being entertaining, being motivating, telling jokes, just making it a little bit silly and making it a bit of a laugh. or it could be explaining to your team or to a person why this is important, seeking out what is it that motivates them. Is it security? Is it respect? Is it achievement? Is it money? Is it power? What are the things that help to motivate them? I highly recommend a book that kind of comes out from this story, which is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, as a really fantastic book to read if you're not so good with people influencing and motivating somebody. Question 9. Tell me about a time you had to manage multiple tasks. Situation: I worked as a market analyst in a financial institution in France in 2016 for 4 years. One of my main responsibilities was to prepare monthly market reports to both senior management and board committees. Every month I had to write 2 market reports, each of which was 30 pages long, detailing the asset and liability commitments of the organisation and the businesses that I owned and managed. I had to juggle multiple deadlines at the same time on top of my daily work responsibilities. I usually started out my work week planning out what tasks to do and complete for the next 5 days. Besides writing the market reports, I also had to produce daily market reports, gather information from different departments for the monthly reports, and prepare the reports as a PPT. I set up a work schedule that I followed closely. This way I could not only make sure that I was on track with my daily responsibilities, but also that I have some spare time to deal with unexpected work commitments that may crop up during the week, like making forecasts for the Treasury Department, as well as time to edit and check the reports before they were submitted to the board committees. Result: during my whole time there, I never missed a deadline for the submission of the reports, and I was even praised by one of the board directors for my accurate reporting. So an important thing in this question is that you have at least 2 or 3 tasks, describing the tasks and then briefly walking through the steps of what you had to do with these tasks. Very often I find that when people deliver answers about doing multiple tasks, they don't really explain what it is that they have to do, and they don't explain the steps that they have to go through, so it can be a little bit confusing. So like I said, I just wanted to give you some quick thoughts about the Hirevue interview and what you can expect. Most Hirevue interview will have 3 to 5 questions. They're pretty short. You'll have 2 minutes to answer and 1 minute to respond. And as that corresponds to scripts, it's roughly about 200 words, 100 words per minute. So if you really want to make sure that you kind of nail those answers for those questions, I highly recommend that you check out the 28 most common questions, download below, and if you can, get our ultimate interview pack, which you'll find through the download below. You know, there's really 2 things that will differentiate somebody from passing and failing, which is how much they practice and how well they prepare. You know, the preparation should be as brief as possible and the practice should be as much as possible, but not too much. If you run through the same question 3, 6, 9 times, you'll be in a really good position to ace that Hirevue video interview. Don't forget to record yourself as well. That's so important because so many people just aren't used to, you know, speaking to a video camera. We're used to speaking to people. It's a little bit weird, right? Even if you're speaking on FaceTime with somebody, you'd be used to seeing a face in front of you rather than just a blank video screen or basically your own face. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, drop us a like, drop us a comment down below, let us know what other videos you like, and I will see you next time. Bye.